Thank you for arriving. I always love to see who's here. Thank you for being here. If you have a camera and you feel comfortable to turn it on, I'd love to see your smiling faces. And remember, this is helping us create this community, if you will, this unity, this unification, this uniting. It's always interesting to me as I'm sitting here to greet you, to allow the energy to come in. I'm always guided in the most mysterious ways. And I guess this is maybe, I know it's for me for sure, maybe it applies to you, maybe it resonates, I'm not sure, but sometimes I find that the greatest foe in my life is generally me, because I'm the one that torments myself with my thoughts. And they're all weird thoughts always, I'm sure you can relate on some level, from elation to like, oh my goodness. But it's always interesting when I say, okay, that's all enough, and I quieten down and I start to discover something. I discover, I don't know, there's no name or word. I guess you could say clarity could be a word, but it feels more than that. There's a place where you switch off for a moment. You switch off and you become receptive. And it's funny, because this is a story, I guess, they want us to tell. The receptive is a really good word. We come into this life to receive love. We come into this life to receive love. We also come into this life to give. It's this cycle, it's this giving and receiving. And so before we got started, guidance is always very crystal clear, because I say enough is enough, and I stop my own inner patterning my thoughts. And there's this guidance, there's this clarity. And so they guided me to this practice, and I was like, wow, that actually kind of fits in with the ideas I was having. So I like to ask guidance, what is it that we should be going to do so that we can be at this place of pureness, so we have no attachments. And so what I was feeling was this idea about, last week we did the head, like mind, mental space. And I hope each of you that are showing up are also receiving these healings for your life. Maybe your awareness is growing. So as I was sitting here asking the last couple of days, I kept hearing that we should be healing the heart. I should be bringing the awareness to the heart. And some of you may know, like a couple of days ago, or yesterday, we did a yoga class, and it was the heart center. And at the end of the class, I pulled a card, and it was Archangel GabriEl. And I was like, oh, that's profound. Because even like what we had just done and connected to, it was drawn in the card. And then afterwards, I packed up and did my stuff and came back and pulled another card for a later reading, and it was Archangel RaphaEl. So I was like, and I've been healing GabriEl wanted to come in. And every time when I invoke GabriEl, I always think about love. And I say GabriEl is actually feminine aspect versus a masculine depiction. Either way, it doesn't really matter. It's all love. And so we come into this life to receive love. And so the guidance was about healing love. And as I was sitting here before we were meeting and gathering here together, guidance was showing me this practice. And I don't think I've actually really done it ever before, to be honest. I think probably maybe on a conscious level, maybe us on some similar level, empathic level, we take on other people's pains. But this is on a conscious level, and it's actually a practice, a Tibetan practice. This idea about, being a bodhisattva in the world. And this idea of taking on the pain of others in a way that's actually forcing us in a way to face our own pain and our own fear. So if this guidance was about healing, healing the heart, let us place our hands over our physical heart. And I feel that we are actually visited by both GabriEl and by RaphaEl. And so I just feel this presence as there was a sound wave. So I invite each of you, bring your awareness within where your hands rest. Having no idea, no thinking. We're just being here to be guided, to receive love. If we have this idea that we are receiving love, then guidance is always here, always near, always fueling us, sustaining us. So where your hands rest, feel your heart beating, your physical heart. Maybe feeling how your chest rises and falls. And train your mind upon that sensation where your hands rest. If any thoughts come running through the mind, just bring it back to the sensation. Feel that sensation rising, falling. Feel where your hands rest. Feel where they actually touch the body. And your hand on the skin of your chest. See if you can feel that sensation of touch. If you bring your awareness between or where the skins touch each other, you feel the tips of your fingers, the pads, palms softly, the ridges on your palms, each of them touching into the skin of your chest. You can feel yourself just examining that layer. And even the space between where the skins touch, there's a space where that space is. We find where your hands are. There's a sensation that there's no touch. You realize that your hands are actually buzzing, tingling like electricity. Because you realize that your hands are crafted in this beautiful vibrational body, this cellular body. And so you can imagine that all the cells within you are gently shimmering, jiggling, if you will. It feels like a vibration. When you feel where your hands rest, there's nothing. You try to find the edges of your being, and there's nothing, there's no toes. All the edges of your being just feeling like they've evaporated, dissolved. And this is breath and this breathing, and we breathe. And we breathe so deeply that the mind is lost. So being quiet and still. Just taking your mind to examine the space around you. Realizing you are space around you. See if you can discover where the edges of your beingness is. Maybe it's past the room where you sit, the house. We sit you in a space. Just feel our fields combined, united as one. Each of us becoming a clear and open channel. So let us call upon these great archangels that wish to support us in this space for healing. And call upon Archangel GabriEl for her love. I ask that she fills us with pureness, the highest love. We ask that her love heal us, heal our hearts, the pains within our heart, our sufferings. The pains within the physical body, the pains in our far past. We ask that her love heal our many lives, our many lifetimes. All pain and suffering dissolving. We ask that she fills us completely with her love. We ask that she fills us completely, allowing us to be channels of this divine love. To feel your body, almost as if it turns into a fountain. You can feel yourself like 1,000 diamonds glittering. You feel your mind purified, your mind still, just receiving. Feel her love fill you fully and completely, like a fountain of light through you, overflowing. You see that love overflowing from your heart, from your beingness into the space where you sit, through the walls into each person within your home, each human, and all sentient beings. This love like a fountain, filling them, healing them. You feel how this love just continues from their hearts, fountains through them as they become fountains of love. Like a nectar that flows from you freely. It knows exactly where to go through your communities, finding each heart, each human heart, each sentient being's heart, filling each heart with love, a luminosity. Simply allowing yourself to feel your heart, feel the space. Still realizing that your whole beingness, your whole body is vibrating. Your arms are tingling. All parts of your being vibrating. I ask that Archangel GabriEl sit with us, be with us, stay with us through all parts of our life. We thank her. Take a deep breath in and breathe all your breath out. So in the space where we sit, we invoke Archangel RaphaEl. He comes with great healing. And he brings with him this beautiful cloak of green. And he wraps it around your shoulders. And you can feel that healing light, that emerald green light, as it just soaks through you, saturating your being. Then need for words, no need for ideas. The healing is now. So please sit and receive. Archangel Raphael, we thank you for a healing. And we thank you for always guiding us forward on our path into the light. We thank you for bringing healing to the mind, clarifying our thoughts, distilling all that creates pain, that creates fear, that creates frustration, that creates anger. We ask that it clears any thoughts that no longer serve us. We ask that you fill our mind fully and complete with your healing light, so our minds may always be pure. And see in your mind like a rising sun. The sun within the desert, the light shines right from the center of your mind, rays in all directions. The mind becomes that pure light. And it almost looks like a flash of light, a blink of an eye. And the mind is clear, and the mind is bright. And so Archangel Raphael, we say thank you for this healing. Deep breath in. Breathe all the breath out. You can keep your hands on your body wherever feels right. Let's take a breath in again. Take a deep inhale. Deep exhale. Open your hands up as if you were shining light through the palms of your hands. You can see these rays of light, if you will. You can use your imagination or literally feel them. And so they're asking for us to allow this healing to come through us. This healing of pure love. Archangel GabriEl. And you feel your palms. It's like the energy turns on. You could even feel more than you've ever felt before. And it's like pillars of light, beams of light through the palms of your hands. And you can shine these beams of light wherever it needs to go. We ask that you fill all hearts of every human. If there's people that come to mind, people that you love, see yourself filling their hearts with this healing light, seeing their hearts being fueled. And tell them how much you love them and care for them. You ask that they be happy and be joyous and peaceful in life. When you hear them, hear you. As you see their hearts beaming like light. And so let us invite in some more people into the space. So people that you see maybe on an everyday basis, a friend, a neighbor, maybe it's somebody that you've seen if you go get coffee every day. Just see them, maybe you haven't seen them for a while. Just here we are to allow this love to flow freely through us into each heart, filling each heart fully and completely. And see them, those beautiful people that you've seen along your day, seeing a smile on their face, the eyes glistening. And just saying thank you so much for being in my life. I really cherish those moments, that smile, that moment, that connection. I ask that you walk life in joy and peace, that you find happiness in every day. May your heart always be filled with love. Again, I thank you for being in my life. And see their hearts completely filled with light, healing light. This beautiful Archangel GabriEl love. This perfect signature of love. Pure love. And it's inviting somebody that maybe, maybe you wish you could have been better friends. Maybe it's somebody you hold something against. Or maybe it's something where you feel hurt by the other. Let us bring in these people. Let's see this light. You can even feel that the light gets stronger. So we can recognize in each other that we're here to learn. And so allowing this love to fill their heart and saying, thank you for being in my life. I thank you for teaching me and being a great teacher. I promise to listen from within, to listen with an open heart. And I thank you for being in my life. May you live a happy and joyous life. Let us ask Archangel GabriEl to surround all beings on this planet. And so all beings on this planet, may your hearts be healed with this light and with this love. And feel your hands, they turn on even brighter. Maybe you can imagine your whole palm, hand, vanished in light. And you can give this light a color, any color you wish, and see all hearts on this planet filled with this healing light. Love in all hearts, peace in all hearts, joy in all hearts. And we say we thank you for this healing. And once more, I wish for you to see and ask Archangel GabriEl to surround Mother Earth with her love. And in your mind's eye, see and visualize clearly how you imagine Earth to be. You're watching her from the sky. And her completely surrounded, all forests, all mountains, all oceans, all rivers, the deserts, to all places in this world. Completely surrounded in this beautiful love, this beautiful light, and see the world herself surrounded in love. Mother Gaia, we love you. We thank you for sustaining us, supporting us, giving us a place to play. We promise to remember. We thank you. Let us sit here for a while. Just feel your hands, maybe beaming. Your hands turned into light. Your whole body a shaft of light. Just feel yourself here. A channel of light, pure, loving light. But feel how this light comes from one great source. It's the highest source. And you can imagine in your mind this channel of light as it flows from you, travel up that channel. You can meet on the way your higher self. Your higher self will journey with you. And like a good friend, just telling you all these things that you're going through are perfectly normal. Perfectly normal. I told you, just smile and go with it. And as you travel up that channel of light, you meet your soul group. And it's like a big, deep breath in, knowing that everything is right. And so we travel higher and higher and higher and higher. And along the way, we meet that Mona realizing that we all one. As we travel higher and higher, we feel ourselves returning home, home to Great Source. And so this in its space is its healing. So I ask you to be here. Receive this healing. With the light around you, or light through you. You took a microscope and you looked at your cells and they were shimmering. Pools of light. You can see the vibrations, the colors, the hues. Feel that through you, every color. That gold with every color flecks within it, reflecting colors for you to see. All hues you see are vibrations of you. In your mind's eye, just see those colors that you see floating around you, shimmering around you. And it's like you turn up the dial and the colors get brighter and brighter and brighter. You feel yourself completely still. Bring the hands back to your heart. Just rest your chin to your chest. Simply whispering, thank you for this healing. And so to all the beings of light, we thank you. To our guides, our teachers, our loved ones, we thank you. To the great Archangels, GabriEl, RaphaEl, and to Michael, and to Uriel, we thank you. To the highest light, we thank you. Bring your hands together right at your heart, prayer hands. Just feel your breath in your body. Breathing in and breathing out. Float your thumbs to the place of your third eye, honoring that space, that diamond within. So from my heart to yours, may you always be blessed. Namaste. Take your time to bring your hands down. You wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. You roll your shoulders up and back. And gently move your head side to side. Big belly breath in, big belly breath out. Make circles with your wrists. Spread open your fingers. Wiggle your toes. And make a big smile on your face. You can take a moment here to draw us a card, a little angel deck. And again, just sit in the space. We call in all angel to be with us today, to be in this space. Asking to bring clarity in every way. Another deep breath in. Full breath out. Kind of funny. I'll show you the card. This path is never clear. But there's one thing that's clear, is that we're moving from the dark into the light. So we're ascending, and it says on the bottom, divine mystery. And it is, we're moving into this place of, it's a constant unknowable. It's like the head of our beingness. We can just fly into the light. It's a liftoff. It's a releasing. It's a surrendering. It's going through all the darkness that we need to go through in order to come into the light. So this idea of looking at all our pain, and from our pain that we'll grow, we'll move back into the light. So let us all work upon all those things that we find our darkest, our shadows, Don't throw them under the rug. Bring them out for you to see. Look at them for real. And then asking yourself, your lower mind, your higher mind, your soul, your spirit, God, to guide you to your healing. And so this is an invitation for you to be guided to your healing. This is a divine mystery. It's all unknowable. But let us live with this thing in our heart, this faith and this trust. So as everything looks dark, it's actually allowing us to see the light that's ahead of us. And we'll be naturally taken there with peace within our heart. And that's the great mystery. How it works is by having pure faith, being in love with life. So let us ascend into the light. And so this is an invitation for ascension. This place of peace within. So, and it's beautiful. So hopefully all that made sense. From my heart to yours, may you always be blessed. Namaste.